That's what it is.
Video brought to you by Morante Plumbing and Oil. Morante.
And we are back. G-Mac and Winnie coming at you with another edition of the Outlaw Blitz podcast. Scarface, let's get dangerous.
Yeah, I'm about to do a line of fucking smelling salts here.
Well, you're supposed to sniff that stuff.
Yes. And that being said, they're broken up, so let's...
You need them, because you were about asleep when this thing started. Oh, yeah, well, I guess they still work.
Yeah.
You're good?
Ooh, boy. That will clear you up.
Man, that clear you up. Holy shit. Yo, I got my nose in it that time.
Got here and busted that shit up. Something fierce.
All right. So now that I can fucking lift up the universe, what's been going on, buddy?
Not much.
Seems like you had a little bit longer of a work week or something. You're dragging ass.
I did. I'm tired, and the fucking change in season.
You were originally supposed to be gone this weekend, weren't you?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You are clearly not.
I'm clearly not. I'm here. But that's all right. Yeah, no, longer work week. Hadn't put the AC in yet because it just hasn't really been.
Well, because it was 39 a couple nights during the week.
Right.
And then last night was fucking miserable.
And then, it was fucking terrible. Last 2 nights, it's just been like kind of damp and fucking humid and gross.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going in today.
Yeah, I will put my I've had the one in my bedroom in. Remember I told you the thing slammed on my middle finger?
Yes.
So since then, I've had the one in my bedroom at least, so I'm good.
Yeah.
But I need to get the one in the living room.
Yeah. Before we get started, as we record...
We're started.
Yeah, well, started. As we record today, Pop would have been 98.
Oh, today's his birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, big HW1.
One, the originator.
Like SW1 back in the day?
That's
HW1?
Right. And wrestling had a loss this week.
Oh, yeah?
We didn't get a chance to record and talk about it on the other show, Sabu.
Oh, Sabu, yeah, I did read that.
Yeah.
That dude put his body through. You better go turn up when he's just realizing. Mm-hmm. If he doesn't turn our fucking AC off, you just hear through the entire... There it went. It just sounds like we're in an Arctic blast on the video. And he's back. So...
Yeah. It was still...
He put his body through hell, that guy.
Yeah. If you watch his retirement match, which was Mania weekend...
2 weeks ago?
60 years old against Joey Janela. He was definitely having a hard time getting around. He was a little bit better once he got warm, but he took 2 fucking hellacious bumps that a kid 30 years younger than him would have had trouble taking. Yeah. And it's like, 60 years old, gone way too soon. That seems to be the theme in that line of work. A lot of guys.
Well, it's another version of the circus, isn't it?
Yeah, and every time a wrestler dies...
you're always on the road. You're always traveling. There's lots of drugs and drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, these younger guys seem to be better about it.
Yeah,
I think the schedule's way better now.
Yeah, that culture's changed a lot. But every time an old wrestler dies, Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair get stronger.
Yeah.
They just suck the soul.
If you really think about it, anybody that wrestled from like the 90s, maybe like the mid-2000s back,
yeah,
they're the ones that really kind of die them terrible deaths.
Yeah. And you look at a guy like Randy Orton, who isn't far behind John Cena in age. I think he's late 40s now.
Yeah.
In the best shape of his
I think Cena's our age.
Cena might be... Yeah, I think he's right around 50 now. Yeah. So, but yeah, Orton is right now the size Hogan was in Hogan's prime.
Really?
Yeah,
Orton's 300 pounds?
yeah, chiseled. You can't tell. He's just an absolute.
I thought he'd be
rock
like
of a
260.
man. He was a couple of years ago, and then when he hurt his back, he came back and he bulked up. He put a lot of size on.
Hulk Hogan was always from Venice Beach, California,
Yep.
weighing in at 303 pounds.
Yeah, but Hogan had the roid belly.
Yeah.
Orton does
does
not. No, he's got the fucking 19 pack.
Yeah.
It's 18 and then one giant one down the row. Little Randy. The Viper.
That's the Viper.
That's the Viper.
Anything else going on in your world?
Yeah, wife leaves
Yeah,
midweek for Ireland.
That's a good trip.
Iceland. Yeah, she'll be gone. I got to pick her up on the 31st, I think.
I hope she brings sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Because I was there in July and wore a sweatshirt every day.
Yep.
It's a different summer over there is like fucking a warm spring day here.
Next Saturday, the submission technician enters the ring again down in Otisville, New York.
At the prison?
Yeah, right. In some singles competition. So I'm gonna venture down and take and support our
you guys should be running
buddy.
a merch table.
Yeah, listen, the first batch of shirts came back. They were all right.
They look nice. They look good.
Yeah.
They came out good.
You got one?
Yep. I see a theme with the red and black.
You know, I was thinking that. I was like, man, I got to change the fuck colors of TCB.
No, they're yellow. They're yellow.
I know.
But you could.
I could. But everything else, yeah, it's the red and black matches.
But then TCB and Outlaws Edge are similar.
Yes.
The black and gold.
Yes.
White, black, and gold. So
and
pretty
hopefully
cool.
That's back in the fall, hopefully.
Yeah. What fucked us last year was the whole, we didn't know the season. Zach
Right.
started a new job.
Yeah.
So that should be back, even in some capacity, because he comes in remotely. So whether we shoot it on Friday night and just put it out on Saturday mornings for college football, it'd be cool.
Cool. What's going on with you?
I work, man. People think I hit my head because I'm going in on my day off, getting overtime. I don't know.
2 weeks in a row.
Working on the car a lot, trying to get this thing done.
Right.
It's pretty close. It's getting closer. Once it's done and painted and letter, get all the graphics on. All the interior is been painted black,
right?
Been converted to black.
Okay. Did you lay down the
no, because I got to paint everything. I'm not going to put
right.
brand new fucking stuff in there and then paint, and now I got paint dust everywhere.
True.
And I'd have to pull the carpets back so that you could get the door, the door jams
right.
and everything else. So I'm not messing with that. That's why I need like a couple days after it's painted.
Yeah.
But before prom, so I can get all the shit in.
Like you're gonna take the seats out.
Yeah, I gotta take everything out.
Okay. So it's
and then put
a full paint job.
Yes.
Not just a Mako paint job.
No.
Nice.
No, it's gonna be official. So
good.
Once that's done, then I'll put it up on the Blitz page, and then I'm good.
Yep.
I'm good. At that point, you know what I mean? It is
officially
what it is.
Hand over the keys.
Well, when he's 18, he'll get the title and everything. But me putting money into it is done at that point.
Right.
Like money and time. It's a lot of money and time.
Any further additions at that point
are on him.
Right.
And I told him, I'm like, you want to upgrade? Like he doesn't understand what certain things are. And I get that. He's new. He's new to the whole thing, right? So I told him, if you want to do certain upgrades, you do that shit over the winter. I said, once this is done, all the major parts are done.
Right.
Then you can do, I want to do this. Okay, well, that's only a couple $100, and then you do that in the winter when you're not driving.
While everything's out, are you going to flush mount those rear speakers?
Well, I have to because I got a whole new rear tray system in the back window.
Oh, nice.
So the only thing that's stopping me from flush mounting them is because the bumper jack
is underneath there.
Yeah, so I'm going to take that out anyway because it's antiquated, but he's going to hold on to it because if he ever resells the car, it's more value because it's all original.
Right.
And then I'll remount the speakers the right way from underneath.
I mean, Chris, he can wrap that in a blanket, leave it in the trunk. In case he ever needs it, it's there, but it's not around
actually, once all the parts come out of the trunk, there'll probably be plenty of room to move the bumper jack flat against the back seat, like that area.
And give the clearance that you need.
Yeah, and then put the speakers in. So, yeah, it's getting there. It's a lot of work. A lot of work.
Yep.
So... But it's father-son bonding time.
It is.
There's a lot of stuff going on. So
And there's not a lot of. I'm sure you can't YouTube a lot of shit like you can for modern cars.
well, you can, but you still have to do it. That's the
Right.
thing people don't understand. Oh, that looks easy. Anybody that's good at their job make it look easy.
Right.
Bo Jackson made it look easy playing center field.
Yeah.
When he ran up a wall or threw a guy out from the fucking fence.
Or
not easy.
Bowled over Brian Bosworth.
Yeah. Right. Or ran over somebody, right?
Yeah.
Anybody that does something very well makes it look easy. Somebody that paints a car makes it look easy.
Bro, I don't care how.
Watch a home renovation show on TV. How easy does it look?
Yeah.
Oh, we're just going to rip it down and you do it in a half hour. Meanwhile.
Well, and then the fucked up shit is you got the skilled mechanic who's doing it on YouTube has the hand of a 15-year-old Asian boy.
Yeah.
Which fits everywhere. And then you have this.
And a lift.
Where the fuck are you going with that?
And a lift.
Right.
Yeah. You're trying to drive it on some ramps and over a fucking pothole.
Yeah. Yeah. I need that extra clearance. Let me lay in that pothole.
Yeah.
Let me pull it out halfway up the hill.
Yeah. So I mean it's been a good week. Good. Listen, he's learning some lessons. He's getting frustrated at times, like, man, what I don't understand. How do you know? I go, I didn't know it. I learned.
Right.
Like, you gotta learn, dude. I'm like, the first time I ever put my race car wheel on, I put it in backwards.
Did you really?
Yeah, because they have offsets.
Yeah.
And if you looked at the wheel, you just really wouldn't know.
Right.
I should have known because like the valve stem should have been the indicator. Yeah. But like I just grabbed the wheel. It looks exactly the same.
Right.
I put it on and all of a sudden the car wouldn't move because it was bound up against the shock.
Oh shit.
Because of the offset.
Yeah.
Put it in too far. So, I said, you learn. That's something you never did it before. How are you going to know?
Right.
You learn.
Yep.
And he's learning. Like, he took the grill out, took the lights out. He's doing these things. He's learning to sand it right. But I want him to do all that so that he appreciates it. When somebody just fucking flings their door open, remember how hard you had to sand that fucking thing.
Right.
And fill it to make sure you had a smooth door.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Good stuff.
You came up with this top 5 last week somehow.
Yeah, we were talking about it during the show, during one of our many rabbit holes that wasn't Star Wars related. So top 5.
We'll get into it. As Winnie jumps the fucking shark here. It's top 5 things we did as kids that kids today cannot do.
Right. And it's funny because there are a lot of things that I don't say we took for granted, we just did. And now kids don't understand.
But I think we did take for granted ultimately.
Yeah. Am I muted?
How about now?
That's way better. Thank you.
You had yourself turned down.
Okay. I'll start us off. Number 5, make a mixtape.
Holy Jesus, I didn't even think of that. You're right. I mean, they might do a playlist, but it's not the same.
Right.
To walk up to a chick and say, I made this for you.
With the custom artwork on the...
Yeah, or just your hand on
thing.
like a fucking whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that was the height of romance back in the fucking 90s, right?
It was. And then you had your own personal shit. I had this mixtape that I probably made it in 88, 89, around there. It was my lawn mowing mixtape.
Yeah.
Anytime I was going out to mow the lawn, that's what went in the friggin' Walkman. And I'm singing along as I'm driving the lawnmower, mowing Popsicle, and then driving down Simmons to mow my dad's lawn.
What's funny is I found a CD that has like mix on it.
Yeah.
I didn't put it in. I don't have a CD player. But it makes you wonder, like, if you put it in, what songs are on there that just make you go, oh, my Lord. Like, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah. Or you're waiting for a song to come on the radio, so you miss, like, the first 3 seconds because you're hitting record as it's coming on. Yeah.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah, making a mixtape.
All right. Number 5, pool hopping.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Back in the day, you used to hop in your pool, then jump the fence, jump in another pool.
There's a theme.
They used to do it at night, too.
Right. There's a theme that comes with a lot of this stuff on this list. And I'll touch on that at the very end.
Being from D-Generation X?
Yeah. Yeah, for real. My number 4, handling your business. AKA the after-school fight.
Yeah. Or home run derby fight. Or tackle football in a park fight. Or whatever. Just, it was different. You didn't hide behind a keyboard and talk shit or a phone and a text. It just got dealt with.
Then and there.
And it was over.
Go to the barn, go to the tree, go to the stump, go to the tennis courts, whatever it was. There was always a spot.
Yeah, there was a spot that just
and you knew shit was going down, and teachers knew shit was going down because
everybody didn't take the bus home.
At 2:07, you see a fucking 300 kids walking down towards the tennis courts. Like, oh, here we go.
Here it is.
What's your 4?
My number 4, prank calls.
Higher on my list.
All right, we'll get there.
All right. Number 3, shaving cream and egg fights on Halloween.
Didn't even think of that, but yeah, I mean, just because of where I grow up, that shit still happens. Yeah. Beirut is still Beirut, bro. Nice. So
hell yeah.
And I'm glad to see it.
Right.
I distinctly remember when Boston was like 5. I mean, so we're going back like 12. You know, he's 17 now, so 5 or 6. His mother had on a fucking expensive like Michael Kors jacket, and somebody sprayed her.
Oh shit.
And she was so pissed, and we were so divorced, and I was so smiling. I'm like, listen, Real Housewives of fucking Saugerty shouldn't have came downtown.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, happy Halloween. Welcome to Mount Marion.
All right, now number 2, prank calls.
Oh, no, I'm still on my 3.
That's your 3. Oh, okay, yeah.
Motherfucker, you skipped me.
Sorry.
Number 3, riding in the bed of a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Yo, that used to be a whole mode of transportation.
Yep.
Hey, the entire All-Star team got in the back of somebody's truck and drove home from a game.
I remember going to, Christ, where were we going? Chris Mayone was on All-Stars. It was me, Blaze, Mark Afaldo, and Chris in the back of Pete Cafaldo's pickup truck.
Yeah.
From here all the way to fucking Athens or somewhere to go play
absolutely.
a game. And it was awesome.
Yeah, and cops didn't fuck with you. Nobody bothered you. It was just different. How many kids even, like and you had a small development too when I did. They would put the tailgate down. You just sit on the back of the tailgate. And they'd slow down when you got near your house. You hop off and they'd keep it
moving.
moving.
Later.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right in the back of the bed of a pickup truck. Kids today, that's a major no-no.
Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
All right, so number 2 was your number 4, prank calls.
Yeah.
You can't do it no more.
No, you got caller ID. You're just fucked.
Yep.
There is no doing that anymore. And what made me think of that immediately was the Jerky Boys. We discussed it a couple weeks ago on the show. You can't even do that now.
Right.
You can't.
If you're still alive, Ping Fu Wang, that was a name that got picked out of the phone book and got prank called probably 100,000 times by like Mike Clark and Dittis and all that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was bad.
It was just out of the blue. They picked this one poor bastard.
Yeah, and the name made him laugh, and Ping Fu Wang got a lot of phone calls.
Oh my god, this poor bastard! How many people just had a fucked up name and they just got called?
Yeah,
we're just gonna call that number.
Yeah, and it was always the same generic bullshit that today you get canceled for trying to order the number 3 with a fucking extra egg roll and all you fucking kids. Bang.
My number 2, it went by many names, but we'll call it Ding Dong Ditch.
Yeah.
You can. Everybody has Ring cameras now,
yep.
So they see you.
Right.
And what made this come on the list is I saw, somebody put on some neighborhood kids rang my, started some shit, and the lady was just she was joking. She didn't care. It was a Gen Xer, but she saw him. She came out, you dang kids! I better catch you who's ringing my doorbell. Meanwhile, she had him on it.
Dude, we had that lady on 100th Street.
Oh yeah,
yeah. She lived across from Buzon, Mrs. Brady. If the ball wouldn't even go in her yard, it would roll down the street past her house. Out the front door screaming, you goddamn kids, get away from my house, all the time. Brutal.
Yeah, but you can't really do that anymore because everybody has
ring
cameras.
Yep.
Yeah. So
my number 1, I don't know, maybe it is on your list, but picking up cigs and beer for the parents.
Oh, well, that whole thing went viral for us.
Right.
Have you ever been sent to the store to buy your mom a box of smokes?
And lotto tickets as well.
Yeah. And
going with the
or a handwritten note. Yeah. Please give Highland a box of Pall Malls for whatever, Marlboro Golds. What'd your dad smoke? Don't tell me.
No, my parents never smoked.
Oh, no. But
when Christina and I got together, I think, smoking
you were probably
always 18, right?
Yeah.
I think I was old enough, but it was always go down to the Pinewood and pick up.
I remember on my birthday, I've never smoked. But on my 18th birthday, I went and bought a pack of cigarettes. My mom's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I can now.
Yeah.
She's like, "What? You better not." I'm like,
just because.
and I think I bought like Marlboro Reds, which was my dad's, and I was just like, "Here, I just couldn't buy them, so I bought them. Why not?
Yep.
Just because I could."
Yep.
No, my number one is roaming around unsupervised.
Yeah.
We would get up in the morning. You were not allowed to come in the house unless you had a shit or grab a quick sandwich, and then you were kicked back out of the house till dinner time.
Yep.
And they didn't give a fuck where you were.
No.
They really didn't care. And not
you
for
could ride your fucking big wheel over
to Ruby, like I was when I was 4.
at the hot shop.
I got in trouble at the hot shop, yeah. But yeah, it's just, it was the time. Like today, kids have Life 360 on their phone, and their parents know where they are at all times.
Yeah.
You know, so like I don't know, like that's what I think stopped kids exploring.
Yeah.
Like all these other things. Like Boston's like, I'm bored. I'm like, have you picked up your guitar? You want to know how to play your guitar? You think Eddie Van Halen became awesome because any other reason than he was fucking bored? He was bored and he was like, oh my God, check out what I can do. And then, oh my God, I can do that too.
Yep.
It's these kids today, like boredom cured a lot of things.
Right. You mix that.
Caused a lot of problems.
Right. You mix that with the hypersensitivity of today's public in general. Like, I look at the list, handling your business, shaving creams.
Oh, yeah. Prank calls.
Cops are getting called.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Pool hopping. Ding
Right.
dong ditch.
Right.
Yeah.
Shit we used to do to harass teachers is now you're getting expelled for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we had teachers help us prank other teachers.
Yeah.
And now forget about it. It's you're getting arrested.
Yep. Not good.
Not good at all.
But yeah, I mean, and I'm sure we're the old hats now, but this is what's changed between when we were kids and now, and you don't realize we grew up in an era that was probably one of the last of the great eras.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You weren't bound by these things right here.
Yeah.
And you weren't on a 24-hour clock where somebody always knew where you were. You weren't always, somebody had pictures of you doing bad, the illegal deeds. Like, hey, we're going to film ourselves jump off this bridge. None of that shit existed back then.
Right.
You would have to have a video camera out, and then you'd have to find a way. There was no YouTube. There was none of that.
Yeah, we're unk now.
Yeah, it is.
Is it at work?
Dude, even people at work were like Uncle George.
Life. Yeah,
I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah.
It's bad.
So, I mean, that was a decent top 5. It was fun to reminisce and go. Moving along.
Moving along.
Five crazy questions this week presented by Winsky.
Number 1. What's the most ridiculous thing you've ever worn in public and actually thought it looked good at the time?
Oh, probably overalls with one strap down.
We definitely did that.
Right?
Yeah.
Any form of Z Cavarucci's and a fucking cardigan. 90s fashion was horrible.
It's
absolutely horrible.
And that's proven by you don't see the shit coming back very much.
No. And like you look back at some of like 90s throwback stuff like Mike any like 30 for 30. Yeah. And they got them fucking Bill Cosby sweaters on that were just terrible, bro. Yeah. Terrible. And we all thought that shit looked good at the time.
That sure did.
Carl Kanai shit.
Hell yeah. Cross colors.
Yeah, cross colors, all that stuff. The thing you're wearing now.
It's comfortable. I don't give a fuck.
What are you, fucking superstar Billy Graham over there?
Costello says it's my fruit stripe shirt.
There it is.
So.
Good thing it only lasts for 5 seconds.
That's right.
Out of style.
Yeah. I don't think it's ever had a style. Number 2, what's a weird habit you have that you thought was normal until someone pointed it out?
I don't know. I make a lot of noises. I think not like that. Like just there, I was going. Just I almost think I'm like ADD, but just never diagnosed all this time because like I tap a lot.
Yeah.
I'll go. I don't just stuff like that. Somebody's like, "What the fuck are you doing? You having a fit over there?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm just wasting time.
I'm just doing it."
Yeah, I mean something like that probably. Do you have something like that? Putting your pants on with your shoes on? That's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's probably weird.
That's a weird habit. to the fact I saw you the other day in the locker room. I'm like, this motherfucker's in underwear, a t-shirt, and putting pants on over. He still has his shoes on.
Yep. That's a constant.
I'm like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, it's purely at home. It's purely so I don't wrinkle the pants to put my shoes on later on.
Dude, it's shocked that you. The only time I ever see you wear pants is at work.
Right. Yeah. Unless it's very cold.
Unless it's a snow football game, I've seen you wear shorts even in the cold.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely true. I just need a towel.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh man.
All right. Number 3. What's the most embarrassing song you secretly love and belt out when there's no one around?
Oh my God. So many.
Yeah.
So many. Yeah. Listen, I have daughters, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like there's shit from High School Musical I could sing verbatim. You know what I mean?
Some Taylor Swift.
T Swift, 100%. It's not Dancing Queen by ABBA. Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? It's not that one.
It's not me either.
Yeah, no, I mean, stuff like that. All that stuff.
Yeah.
Aladdin, Whole New World. Like when you have kids,
Great
I think
song, though.
I think everything changes once you have kids because you're stuck to that.
Yeah.
I remember being at Ferrara's house and his daughters are watching, and they were little at the time, watching something, and the song was from The Princess and the Pauper, and they're like, she's just like me, I'm just like you. And I'm singing it, and everybody kind of fucking, what the fuck? I go, dude, Journey and Summer watched this when they were little. I know this whole fucking thing because I've seen it 10 million times.
Right. That's fair. Where are we? 4? 4. What's a food you pretend to dislike to avoid sharing?
Why would I pretend to dislike it?
Like you don't go for it, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't like the way that's written. Skip that.
What are you trying to say? Like you stay away from it on the menu because like somebody you're with might want to eat some of it, and you're like, no, I want it.
Yeah, kind of.
So I won't eat that.
Yeah. Appetizers are tough like that.
Yeah.
Mozzarella sticks, like, listen, I have fucking 5 of them. You're not getting one.
Right.
One
Yeah. Like, and if you're saying that, like,
yeah.
It would almost be like, what's one maybe the way you should have said is, what's something you don't order because you don't want to share it?
Yeah. You only order it alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Mozzarella sticks, stuff like that. Calamari.
Yeah, I don't want to share that either.
Yeah, I don't want to. Like, if it comes, if I know it's a platter,
yeah.
like it's a shareable platter, that's different.
Right.
But sometimes they're not. It's just a small plate. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, get your grubby fucking
go get
mitts off my fucking calamari. Get your own.
You fucking scurv. Get your own shit.
This ain't free swag, Sal.
Yeah. Yep.
There we go. We got one. We've got a few episodes without bombing on him.
Yeah.
And Sal hates when people try to take his pepperoni.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially if they try to cut it, because he likes it whole.
Yep.
So, all right. What's a lie you told as a kid that you somehow managed to stick to for way too long?
As a kid that I've still managed.
So a lie you told as a kid that maybe even present day, your mom might think something or somebody else may think different.
That it was just different.
Right.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I'm handsome. I've been telling that lie since I was a kid.
I can specifically remember one to this day. I'm pretty sure Blaze's dad thinks we went to Cobleskill to pick up a TV I had left behind when we were really going to a Met game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Probably that I was at somewhere studying and I really hit a deer on fucking Hummelville Road.
Did that happen?
Oh, yeah, that happened. And like they probably still don't know. I'm like, yeah, remember when I hit that fucking, when I was at my friend's house and I was in a ditch, some guy had to pull me out.
Did you fuck the car up?
Knocked the grill out of it, like just out of it, but I was lucky enough that it bent just enough that if I put it up there, it would just look right.
And stay? Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. There's our top 5. No, our 5 crazy.
I don't know if I have a sound for this. I thought I did. Maybe it's this one. And we are. If you didn't hear that, this is called the fill in the blank game.
Yes. So I'm going to read a slogan from a company. You're going to fill in the blank and name the company.
Are we going to read it? Or are we going to sing the little jingle? Because sometimes that matters. The way you say it matters.
Right. Let me see here. Nope, none of these have jingles. This is just straight up sayings from a commercial or their slogan. The ultimate blank machine.
The ultimate money machine.
No.
Can I get a hint?
Yes.
Are you going to give me a hint?
How can I? Let's say it's something you do.
Dancing machine?
No.
I don't know.
The ultimate driving machine. Do you know the company?
Ford?
BMW.
Oh, I have no idea. Way out of my price range.
All right, that's fair. There are some things that money can buy. For everything else, there's
Visa. MasterCard.
Yes, MasterCard.
Yeah. And it was one of the two.
Yep. Bet you can't blank just one.
Eat.
And?
Pringles? Lay's.
Yeah, Lay's. Yes.
No, Pringles don't pop.
Right.
Can't stop till you pop or something like that.
So pop the top.
Yeah.
I don't know. Blank.
Pop cap.
Blank gives you wings.
Red Bull gives you wings.
It does. That is correct. Where's the blank?
Where's the beef?
Yes. And that's from?
Was it Wendy's back in the day?
It was
Wendy's?
Yep.
Yeah.
Fly the friendly.
Skies.
Okay.
Delta?
United.
We fly the friendly skies. Yeah, I know. What's weird is back in the day, you used to get commercial. I don't ever see Delta commercials.
You don't see a lot.
Or United Airlines.
I don't really see a lot of airline commercials at all, honestly, anymore. And they were pretty prevalent back in our childhood.
100%, yeah.
This one you may not get. Blank different.
Think different?
Correct.
I don't know.
Something you don't use. You, in fact, use.
Apple.
There you go.
Yeah. I was thinking it was Apple from the start.
Okay. Let's go blank.
Let's go Army.
Oh, let's go Army for sure. But no, that's not it.
Let's go crazy.
Nope.
Let's get nuts.
Let's go places.
I don't know.
Toyota.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was Toyota takes you places.
Nah, I don't. Unless the interweb could be wrong, but
it used to be Toyota, right?
And how about this one? What's in your
wallet?
Okay.
Visa. What's in your wallet? MasterCard?
No, it's the actual company.
What's in your wallet? American Express card. I don't know. What is it?
Capital One.
Is it?
What's in your wallet?
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know that one.
Yep.
I mean, I know it, but I don't. I'm not like that's that.
Right.
See, what's funny is when they're a jingle, you kind of know them because you associate the jingle.
Tune, yeah.
And I know the catchphrases, but like I don't use a Capital One.
And listen, I think
I definitely can't afford a BMW.
I think a lot of this goes to modern day marketing and culture in general. A lot of those jingles, a lot of those commercials were 70s and 80s. And I think as you moved into modern day stuff, there's not a lot of jingles that are still, they're not created today. There might be some that are from back in the day that are still being used, but marketing really is different now.
Right. 1-800-MATTRES.
Leave off the last S for savings.
See?
That's it.
Yeah. You can relax with so much more at
No idea.
Beesmer's Furniture.
Oh my God. And nobody out of this area is going to remember that one.
But yeah. You know what I mean?
Yep. WNBC.
Yeah, WKNY,
yep.
Kingston.
Even the little radio, the call letter, the call letters. And
WNBC. Yeah.
What was that? Was that Imus?
No, well that was Howard Stern from the movie too.
The movie, that's right. Yep.
WNBC. WNBC.
Fuck that guy now.
Pig vomit. Yeah, fuck Howard Stern now. That was good. All right, let's see. I think I might have a little surprisey for you.
All right. Oh, shit.
Ooh. DIRTBAG, presented by BGS Construction, 914-403-2619, where they nail all the studs.
From the rear.
And if you send a
dick pic
to this address, we will get you some outlaw swag of some sort.
Absolutely. And he got dick pics.
Yeah. Dick Buckus, though.
Richard Nixon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, number 1. Have you ever shit it down right behind someone in a small office bathroom?
100%.
DIRTBAG. And I went to number 1 on this, and I told the kid at work, and it was Finno. She shit me right down, and I'm like, "You dirtbag."
Oh.
That's going on the next show. The next time
foul.
there's a dirtbag, you are not. The room's smaller than this, and she's dumping it down behind me. I'm like,
she's dumping it down.
Yeah. Dirtbag.
Total
Absolute
dirtbag.
fucking dirtbag.
Yep.
All right, number 2. Have you ever given someone a portion of the money and told them to make it work?
I haven't, but it's been done.
Dirtbag.
The John Decker special.
Yep. I think it happens a lot more than you think.
Probably.
Nightly on your shift.
Yeah, at times.
Number 3. Are you friends with someone who would be in the Walmart Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yes, 100%. Dirtbags.
People of Walmart.
That's Highland's new favorite saying
It
that it
is.
came up with somebody.
People.
Number 4. Do you eat out of a bag the majority of your meals?
Out of a bag?
Yeah, ordering out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dirtbag.
Yeah, unfortunately.
This dude does not cook. He orders out fucking every meal.
Just about.
Yeah. Number 5. Do you have a dog that barks too much?
Yep.
Oh, dirtbag. That's a whole dirtbag thing. Like, people that can't tell the dogs to shut the fuck up.
I don't think, well, the problem is I think Bella's deaf now, so you can yell at her all you want. She ain't hear shit.
The dog's like 3 and it's deaf.
No, she's like 6 now.
Is it from the gunshots in the area?
It's possible.
Number 6. Have you ever bought knockoff sunblock?
Yeah.
Yeah, dirtbag. You bought Wick for your kid, you fuck. We go to the beach, it's 106 out, and they got a fucking Wick on them.
Here, put this on.
Yeah.
It
Straight
attracts the
fire.
sun. It does not block out any UV rays. It attracts
You're
them.
guaranteed to have 5th degree fucking burns. Sunburn at the end. All right, number 7. Have you ever sold a game system to get out of debt as an adult?
Yes.
Dirtbag.
Fuck off.
That was a cheap one. I knew that one I had to throw at.
That was a cheap shot.
It was a cheap shot, but I admit it. Number 8. Have you ever performed a Philadelphia sidecar?
Which is... Oh, here we go.
This should really be on your segment. Stately definitions.
Yeah.
It's when somebody has a colostomy bag.
Oh, God, that's horrible.
And you take that off and use that as the insertion point.
No, definitely not. That's foul.
But think about the name of it, the Philadelphia sidecar, because they're scumbags and would do that.
Oh, God.
So you've never performed a Philadelphia
I have
sidecar.
not. I have not.
So this went from being dirtbag to scumbag.
That could also be redneck anal.
That could be. It really is. All right, number 9. Did you spend more money on takeout in a month than what would be a car payment?
Fuck off.
Dirtbag! Every time your fucking car breaks down, this should be the reminder for you. And number 10, this is my favorite of them. Did you ever live in your partner's basement in Montana like a gypsy just to cut the cost like a scurv?
I have it.
But the sponsor of this fucking episode does. Yeah.
Dirtbag.
Dirtbag.
Your partner.
His partner. Yeah. They got 1 pair of extra large rain boots so they could get 2 pair of feet in there.
Oh, God.
It keeps them real tight and snug in the muck boots.
Listen, we're just sharing cost.
Yeah.
And buttholes.
Meanwhile, he's living in a dude's basement on a fucking flat mattress that's all cummed on. And
You definitely can't shine a black light down there.
No. Especially because Sal would glow like a fucking alien.
Yeah, like a fucking crime
It'd be in his
scene.
beard and all down his back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, his beard's bleached out, but it's not because he's going gray.
And that is Dirtbag, sponsored by BGS Construction.
The biggest dirtbag.
Yeah, the biggest dirtbag. Who nails all studs from the rear. And if you send a dick pic to 914-403-2619, you'll get some sort of outlaw swag.
And Sal will appreciate it.
Yeah. You got any rabbit hole stuff? Or
it has been a dry rabbit hole.
All right, so nice quick episode. I'm good. We're good.
Nothing new popping out for you on rabbit hole?
No, I haven't had a lot of time because
me neither.
I've worked, got out of work, worked on the car until it was time to get something to eat, go home, shower, go to bed.
Yeah.
So like I really haven't been on the phone like that.
Yeah, no, my
Oh wait. I did. There's this new thing. It's freaking hilarious too. It's the junk box AI, they do the babies.
Yeah.
They're doing Theo Von fucking podcast now.
Like monologues? Oh, God.
Joey Diaz, Joe Rogan, Theo Von, and I'm just fucking dying because they did the Joey Diaz where he farted and he's changing flavors.
Yeah.
And you see the little baby Joe Rogan falling out of the chair. And they did...
they got to do the Joey Diaz story with the dude's girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, they're doing all that. Yeah, they do all that. But then they're doing such a good job right now. They're doing The Princess Bride where Edgar Montoya he goes after the guy and he chases him.
Perfect
The
color.
six, yeah. Is that to match your Walmart people teeth?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, those have popped up recently and I just chuckle at them. Because something about babies, and the baby they got for Theo Von is perfect. It's got like a mullet and everything.
That's awesome.
And it's like, yep, that would be him.
I saw a video of him shoving a fucking, I guess you want to say fan, but the dude looked really fucking obnoxious trying to get into his face.
Yeah.
And he's like, he turns around, you can see it once, he's like, kind of like back up, like back off type shit. And the dude got even closer and he turned around and he fucking, oof.
I just saw something where they said Theo Von's like an exceptional athlete. You wouldn't know it because he's like Shaggy from fucking Scooby-Doo was the best athlete in the school.
Right, but he can sing. He does a bunch of different shit.
Yeah. And they said, like he was a power lifter at one point. He was really fucking jacked.
Yeah, he was huge at one point. I saw those pictures.
I'm sure some of the strength is still there.
Oh, yeah.
And if he's a good athlete, like I think the best way to express him to somebody who's never seen him is unsuspecting.
Yeah.
If you suspected this guy to be dumb, you're wrong. Non-athlete, you're wrong. Not strong, you're wrong. Not, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's unsuspecting in many ways. Yeah. And I told you, like, his comedy isn't my thing, like, as a stand-up. But him in any show, like, just talking, he's funny as hell.
Yes, he's... I appreciate him more on his show as, like, a storyteller than I think I would overall his stand-up comedy, which, like, listen, some comedians are great in certain forms. Kevin James, for one. I can't stand his stand-up.
His stand-up was not good.
It's not good.
I went saw him, I'm like, okay, he was okay.
Right.
He wasn't like fucking,
But there are unknowns out there that are much better.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I laughed way harder on the warm-up guys for Shane Gillis and at the comedy mothership when I was there than Kevin James, who sold out an entire fucking The Egg theater.
Shake it off like fish food.
Oh, yeah. Just throwing tight spirals.
And then how he ends the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. So if you get a chance, look at them. I think I sent you the thing about Theo Von being a really good athlete.
On Insta?
Yeah, and then one show, I saw a couple clips from it that I want to see is Dave Portnoy on Uncle Shay's show, Shannon Sharp show.
Yeah.
Uncle Shay or something like that. Yeah, and he's pretty open. Like, he talks about his hatred for Goodell, how his wife, Dave's still married technically, how she has full access to his bank and everything, and he trusts her implicitly. Like, yeah, she wanted to take money, it is what it is. Like, I'll make more. He goes, She was there when we lived in the in-laws' house, and
Yeah.
we broke up before this thing ever got to where it is. So she was there when it was at its poorest. She doesn't get to experience it when it's doing all this.
Right. One last thing to touch on before we shut her down. Major League Baseball reinstates blacklisted players.
That was a dirtbag move, though.
Yeah. Rob
Dirtbag.
Manfred's an asshole.
Just because of the way it went. And the way to cover the Pete Rose thing was by putting shoeless Joe Jackson and the Black Sox on there.
Right.
That was only to make it so everybody didn't call you the fucking dirtbag that you are.
Right.
Now, should he be in immediately? He should be in immediately.
Yeah.
But it's bullshit the way that you did it.
Trevor Bauer asked,
does that
current blacklisted players can we come back and play?
Right. So, with the baseball draft, which we can touch on that in a second, but with the baseball draft, they don't do a draft like NFL does, because that dude would get booed off the fucking stage this year.
Right.
Worse than Goodell gets booed right now.
Yeah.
But speaking of baseball draft, we got a pretty big interview coming up here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, draft should be happening. Baseball is one of them.
It's July 17th.
Is it the only sport where their draft is held mid-season?
Yeah, it's like right after the All-Star break.
Yeah.
So
once in a while.
Well, because college players, the College World Series goes
Right.
into the end of June.
Right. And it becomes a big deal when a kid that gets drafted in July ends up cracking into the big leagues
In
before
September.
the end of the season. Yeah. Once in a while you do see it. But, yeah, it should be a good interview coming up.
Yeah, so we had Ethan Conrad on a year ago-ish.
About that, yeah.
Yeah, about a year ago. No, it couldn't have been.
No, it was the end of the summer.
No, it was about 6 months ago.
He was getting ready to go to Wake.
About 8 months ago.
Yeah.
And then it was right before he went to Wake Forest. It was like a couple days before, in between leaving the Cape League and leaving for Wake Forest. And then, so right around the draft, I hit him up. I was like, how's the arm doing? You want to come back? He's like, yep. He goes, let's do it. He goes, right after the draft. Well,
good.
So who knows, man? We might be talking to a Yankee in a couple weeks.
That's right.
You never know.
Yep. He was
and his agent is
Scott Boras.
Yeah. So I was trying to say that to Boston last night. We were having pizza at Pizza Star. Shout out to Pizza Star. That's our #1 rated pizza.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
In Saugerties. It pisses me off when people say it backwards. They call it Star Pizza.
Star Pizza?
I'm like, no.
Clearly
it's Pizza Star.
You're a fucking Walmart person.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Yeah. So I was explaining to him, because we were watching the Yankees-Mets game last night, which, go Yankees, they won. I was like, yeah, Boras
Go
is...
Goldie.
Yeah, I was like, Boras is Ethan's agent. And he's like, oh, yeah, is that a good thing? I go, just look up Scott Boras. He's like, Scott Boras has done $3 billion worth of... They get $100 million. And I'm like, listen, he's a super agent.
It's good for Scott Boras. He
almost fucked Pete Alonso this year, right?
He's fucked a few players by holding out.
Well, A-Rod, I think, fired him.
He did.
Because he was holding up a really big contract. He's
right.
like, what's the difference between 227 and 221?
Right. I think Boras is great for younger players. Boras has been a detriment to veterans, where he's trying to hold out for this money. Now you got a team looking at, say, a 34-year-old pitcher that doesn't want to commit to a 5-year deal.
Right.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, correct.
So that's
where somebody might say, hey, I'll give you $18 million for 2 years.
Right.
But I'm not giving you 25 for 4.
Right. That's when guys got to make the decision to, hey, sometimes it's better just get back out on the field.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, 45-year-old Rich Hill signs a contract with the fucking Royals this week. That dude
only you would know that.
Coming back.
Would you? I mean, we can end the show and we can talk about it off air, but I'm gonna pose the question to you. Would you like to see a salary cap in baseball?
Yes.
I would too, because then
it's obnoxious.
There'd be a certain point where it's like it's reasonable, right? Like, hey, your grandfather to this point.
I would structure.
And then after that,
I would structure it kind of like the NBA does theirs with the Larry Bird clause. Like, if you're trying to retain your own player, you can pay X amount over what would be the threshold because you're retaining your own player. But yeah, you're gonna cap free agency. You're gonna make smaller market teams be able to get in the race to sign a Juan Soto, to sign a Pete Alonso, because you can only pay so much.
By the way, did you see what the Yankee fans did when Juan Soto went out the right field last night?
Did they boo the shit out of him?
They booed the shit out of him, and the entire right field section turned their back.
No shit.
Yeah. There's pictures. The entire right field section, double birds, backs turned.
That's funny.
Wild. They turned their back on him.
That's funny.
Booed him every fucking time he got up to bat.
Yeah.
It's the Bronx cheer, baby.
At some point before he retires, he'll get his flowers that he deserves, but not right now.
Well, and I think Michael Kay said it on the thing last night. They said the problem is Yankee fans loved him from the minute he got there all the way through the end of the World Series, and they felt like we deserved a little bit more respect for that. You went across town to them bums that don't win.
Right.
For what? $5 million more? Fuck off, bro.
Yeah. I think a lot of that just comes down to culture. The Mets have a very Hispanic.
Well, they used to be called the Los Matos.
Right, for a while.
Remember when I was busting the scouts' balls up in Cape Cod?
That's right, yeah.
I'm like, because he traded the pitcher, Chris. Remember the Mets traded him? He was like a fucking Cy Young Award winner. It was a white dude, Chris somebody. Then he went to like the Cardinals and was like fucking lights out.
Oh, he did this shit all the time.
Yeah, and it was it was when Omar Minaya was the GM, and it was. I'm like, yo, what are you looking up here for? There ain't no Spanish players, remember? The guy was like, and then all the fucking scouts started laughing at him, like, the fuck.
It's true.
But at the time, that's what it was,
right?
You know.
Yep.
Was it Carpenter? Matt Carpenter?
No, Matt Carpenter. I'm trying to think who the pitcher would have been. R.A. Dickey got dealt a year after he won the Cy Young Award, but that was
back a while ago.
Needed.
All right, that's all I had this week, buddy.
All right.
You got anything else?
No, I'm good too.
All right, take us home.
All right, for GMAC, this is Winnie. This has been the Outlaw Boots Podcast.